Waterloo region. Days on market, 20 days. That's pretty quick for the winter months. We expect that to actually continue to reduce as competition picks up.
In the Niagara region, the sales to list price ratio is 96.9%, which is up from 96.2%. This could have a few different reasons. We're seeing the holding offers come back a little, but we're also seeing people.
Windsor, Ontario, the top 5 market stats that you need to know. Number of new listings. This is the biggest one, 1,200 new listings. Compare that with last month, 420 new listings. What that means now is you're flooding the market, not in the spring, in March and April when you would expect it. You're flooding it in January.
Your Hamilton real estate investment expert. Average days on market is your biggest glaring stat, 48.9 days, up 32.5% year over year.
Welcome back to the Canadian Real Estate Channel. I'm your host, Adam J.D. Martin. This week, I'm super sick, but that did not stop us from getting the January market updates in. On today's video, we're going to hear from expert realtors who are also investors in their regions talk to us about the actual stat updates for their market. And then on our next videos, you'll be able to deep dive into each market if you so choose to go and hear the so what about the numbers. This week, we're going to hear all about the updates from Niagara region. We're going to hear about Windsor and Waterloo and Hamilton region. So join us now as we jump into Waterloo and hear from Zack Brittain about Waterloo's market update.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Zack Brittain here with Phipps Brittain Real Estate in Waterloo region. We have market data and some trends for January, official January and unofficial February stats. I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of what we expect heading into March as well. Let's get into the numbers real quick. First up, ladies and gentlemen, we got number of listings is up. Let's just take a second to remember 2023 was one of the lowest in terms of volume of transactions, number of deals, and amount of volume of listings and dollars sold. So we are expecting more inventory and more listings here in 2024. We're up 30-40% just in January. That trend is continuing in February. We expect there to be more listings in March this year than last March. Next up, median sale price is up. In the next slide, we're going to go through quick hit numbers on each market segment. So stay tuned for that. Months of inventory, 1.5 months of inventory. That's market wide, different inventory levels in different market segments. You need to know freehold listings, especially under $1 million, very low inventory, lots of competition. Condos, more options for you condo buyers out there as the investor appetite for those has really dried up lately. Next up, days on market, 20 days. Now, that's pretty quick for the winter months. We expect that to actually continue to reduce as competition picks up. Properties are going to start selling quicker, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, the spicy ratio. Adam made a great comment on last month's video. The spicy ratio is a lot healthier. The list to sale price ratio is a lot healthier under that 100%. It is staying steady at that 98 to 99, depending on the market segment. We actually expect that to keep ticking up. Next, to just get over the stats real quick, if you guys are looking at price data, here's what you need to know. This is official January data. We're recording this at the end of February, and I'll sprinkle on my February takes right now. All property types, median sale prices up. This trend will continue in February, likely continue in March. Single family detached especially. Median sale price went up 65 grand in a month. That is a huge swing in just 30 days, which is traditionally one of the more quiet months of the year. We expect the trend to continue. Single family prices will continue to rise in February. And if that happens, and if they don't raise interest rates in March, we expect the market to start getting really hot. Semi-detached and townhomes, very similar, within 5 to 10,000 of their median sale price. Just note there's very few of those listings sold in Waterloo region every month, so quiet months can really skew the data. Semi-detached prices down in January. Don't expect that trend to continue. There were single-digit sales that skewed the data that month. Expect semi-detached and townhouse prices to continue to rise. As people get priced out of that detached market, they're going to move into semis and towns. Condos, There is over 2.5 months of inventory for condos, which is a lot for us in our market. So there's less competition and less price pressure there. Expect to see a lot of fluctuations in the condo market, February, March, and throughout the rest of this year as the market tries to figure out where the heck it's going. If you guys want more information on specific trends in these specific market segments and the types of deals that we're seeing great value in, check out the full-length YouTube video for Waterloo Region on the Canadian Real Estate channel, coming out now.
Well, the spicy ratio is still alive and well, and I hope you guys enjoyed that update from Zack Brittain. I was also really excited to see all of the new inventory coming to market. We're going to check back in next month and see what happens with that. Now we're going to jump into Windsor's market with Rhys, Trenhaile, where we talk about some really interesting numbers.
Hey guys, this is Rhys Trenhaile from the Vanguard team at Manor Realty in Windsor, Ontario. I'm back on the Canadian YouTube channel for another month. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into the top 5 market stats that you need to know. Number of new listings. This is the biggest one, and we're not wasting time. 1,200 new listings. Compare that with last month, 420 new listings. What that means now is you're flooding the market, not in the spring, in March and April when you would expect it. You're flooding it in January. And so the buyers haven't been ready, and you can see months of inventory have skyrocketed from 3.6 to 10.25. That's not going to last because the buyers are going to react to the new inventory and buy it, right? Days on market, it's about the same. 36 was 34. And sales to list price ratio, guess what? This is the second month in a row that you now have the sales price on average higher than the asking price, which means the bidding wars are back. And I hate to say it, they're not going anywhere. They're here to stay. But you come to the big video and you can see how you can get exclusive listings and in-pocket listings and non-MLS listings from us. And you can make, I know it sounds crazy, but you can make over $1,600 a month per unit after everything's paid for. I'm not kidding. Come to the main video and check it out.
Well, what do you guys think? Is the market going to be able to absorb all those new listings? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and make sure you check back with us next month where we actually get to see the updated stats for that. And if you click into the deep dive, Rhys also has a special guest on his video for this week. Now we're going to jump into the Hamilton market update with Abdellah and see what's going on there.
Hey guys, Abdellah Majd back, your Hamilton real estate investment expert. We're back with the Canadian Real Estate channel. We're going to do it all over again for February, guys. Going to go through all the major stats, the year over year, and be sure to stay checked in. We're going to deep dive into more deals, recent acquisitions. We're going to go into analytics, talk about what's happening here in Hamilton. So let's dive into the stats now and get going. Talking about sales, level of inventory, your months of supply, your average days on market, everybody's favorite, the residential average price. So with sales, we saw a 4.9% uptick year over year, 383 units. Inventory up almost 11%. Your months of supply year over year up 5.7%, but down month over month. Average days on market is your biggest glaring stat that we're going to chat about today at 48.9 days, up 32.5% year over year. And the residential average price up 5.8%. The confidence is slowly coming back into the market for sure, but always give you both sides of the coin. Your average days on market, that's a substantial rise. Outliers are not implied here, meaning there are listings that go up, they get relisted. That's just been the nature of the market for the last year and a half. And essentially, it bleeds into that stat. What I take out of it is there's a lot of stale listings out there. If you take out the mispriced and the stale listings, that number would look wildly different. Investors, there's still a lot of opportunity out there. I can promise you that. Stay tuned, guys. We're going to dive in to the nitty gritty.
Well, I know you love that stats update coming out of Hamilton, but you're really going to love the deep dive where Abdellah actually brings us some pretty interesting deals to this week's deep dive. I think you're going to love what he's got there. He's got some large commercial deals, and he's got some really interesting insights for the market. Now we're going to jump into the Niagara region and hear from Kayla Smith what's going on there.
Hey guys, Kayla Smith here, investor realtor from the Niagara region. First, we're going to dive into some stats. We have number of new listings at 694, which is obviously up from December because no one likes to sell their house during Christmas. The median price is at 615, which is actually up 15,000 from December, but it's the same as November, so it's kind of like a arrow. Months of inventory is 3, which is actually down from 3.2 in December, which is interesting because we've had more listings come on the market. And then the median days on market is 43, which is up 8 days. Keeping in mind that those listings that were listed last year are sitting, but we are seeing even those listings that have been sitting for a while start to get picked up. And then the sales to list price ratio, so meaning what it's listed for and what it's sold for, is 96.9%, which is up from 96.2%. And this could have a few different reasons. We're seeing the holding offers come back a little, but we're also seeing people price right where they're looking to get it for a quicker sale. Now, in our deep dive, we're going to look at some Niagara region updates. There's quite a few, some deals and some major price drops, and some tips and tricks for investors, just so you have a full idea of what you're doing in the region, and a little Airbnb tip for a special date in Niagara Falls.
Well, it was awesome seeing from Kayla the new plans on that hospital. Those renderings look freaking awesome to me. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this cut where we looked at all the different markets and got updates on all of their stats. Don't forget that each of those videos actually comes with a much longer deep dive into each market. So if you like the numbers that you were hearing and you want to hear more of the so what, go ahead and click into those videos. We're going to be back next month with more of these updates for you. So make sure that you get subscribed to the channel and stay tuned for these updates.